Young and the Restless early weekly spoilers Aug 26 to 30. Sally crushed and Sharon crumbles. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless from August 26 to 30, 2024 fans can expect a whirlwind of emotions and surprising revelations. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will find herself heartbroken while Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, might start falling apart. Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will discuss Catherine Chancellor's legacy and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson's departure from it. The CBS opera sees tension will rise as Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, confronts Billy about spreading rumors. Jill Abbott's, Jess Walton, health will also be a topic of concern. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, will be worried about Victor's influence over Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. Lyre sees the storyline intensify with Billy firing Lily and bringing her criminal record to the forefront. The Abbott mansion will also be a subject of interest when Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, notices Kyle's interest in houses resembling the mansion. The week will conclude with Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, making a shocking confession and Sharon having a bad day due to hallucinations of Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby. The upcoming episodes promise plenty of drama and unexpected turns on Young and the Restless from 8/26 to 8/30/2024. Get all your daily Young and the Restless spoilers and news here at, and stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. Genoa City is once again set to be rocked by explosive drama and emotional turmoil as the week of August 26 to August 30 unfolds on the Young and the Restless. Fans are in for a roller coaster ride as Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, faces the crushing reality of her decisions, and Sharon Roselle's, Sharon Case, faces an emotional breaking point that could alter the course of her future. As their lives spiral out of control, these two beloved characters will find themselves at the mercy of love, betrayal, and heartbreak in ways they never imagined. Sally Spectra, crushed by her own choices. Sally Spectra has always been a fiery, ambitious woman with a determination to succeed at any cost. But after being caught between two powerful men, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and finding herself in a whirlwind of personal and professional turmoil, Sally is about to face the repercussions of her complicated choices. Sally has spent the last few months trying to navigate her career at Newman Media while trying to keep her relationships intact. She's found herself torn between Nick, the man who has been a stable, steady force in her life, and Adam, whose intense chemistry with her has always been undeniable. The emotional tug-of-war between these two men has left Sally in a state of confusion, with her own heart and head at war. However, Sally is now realizing that she can't have it all. After a series of events, including her ongoing emotional entanglements with both men, Sally will find herself at the center of a storm that will threaten to take down everything she's worked for. Sally's career on the line. Sally's business acumen at Newman Media has been impressive, and she's earned the respect of many in Genoa City. But this week, she will find herself facing unexpected obstacles. As she continues to juggle her personal and professional lives, one of her biggest challenges will come from within her own company. A major crisis will unfold at Newman Media, one that Sally can't ignore. Her handling of a high-stakes project is brought into question, and she is blindsided by an unexpected betrayal from someone within the company, someone she trusted. The project she's been working on for months is suddenly on the brink of failure, and she's left scrambling to fix the damage. While Sally is no stranger to pressure, this crisis will push her to her limits. The betrayal will be crushing, and Sally will find herself doubting her abilities and wondering if she's truly cut out for the high-stakes world of corporate life. As her professional life crumbles, so does her personal life, and Sally will be forced to confront the painful reality that she can't keep her relationships intact while balancing a demanding career. The final blow, a heartbreaking decision. While Sally grapples with the fallout at work, she is forced to confront the emotional fallout from her relationships. In a heart-wrenching moment, Sally will be left with no choice but to make a decision between Nick and Adam. Sally's heart has been pulled in two directions for far too long, but as the stakes grow higher, she realizes that she cannot continue living in a state of uncertainty. The choice she makes will have lasting repercussions for her relationships with both men, and one of them will be left utterly devastated. As the week progresses, Sally's heartbreak will be palpable. She is crushed by the realization that no matter what decision she makes, someone will end up hurt. This crushing weight will take a toll on her mental and emotional well-being, and Sally will find herself at a crossroads where her future, both personally and professionally, hangs in the balance. Her strong facade will begin to crumble, and viewers will witness a woman who has always been a fighter now on the brink of breaking down. Sharon Rosales, crumbling under the weight of grief. Sharon Rosales has always been a beacon of strength in Genoa City. Whether as a mother, a wife, or a therapist, Sharon has prided herself on being a support system for those around her. However, recent events have shown that even the strongest individuals can break under pressure. Sharon's life has been a whirlwind of emotions recently. After dealing with the trauma of Ray Rosales, Jordi Villasuso, sudden death, Sharon has been left to pick up the pieces of her life. As a widow, she has been trying to move forward while caring for her children and trying to rebuild her career as a therapist. But the pain of losing Ray is still fresh, and Sharon finds herself unable to escape the overwhelming grief that continues to haunt her. Grief takes its toll. In this week's episodes, Sharon will find herself at a breaking point as her grief continues to overwhelm her. Despite her best efforts to maintain a sense of normalcy for her family, Sharon is struggling to keep it together. The reality of life without Ray is something she hasn't fully come to terms with, and the emotional toll is beginning to affect her relationships. Her bond with Nick has been a source of comfort for Sharon, but this week, she will find herself unable to rely on him as she once did. Nick, who has always been her shoulder to lean on, is dealing with his own complicated emotions regarding his relationship with Sally and Adam, and he is unable to offer the kind of support Sharon desperately needs. As a result, Sharon begins to feel more isolated than ever. Sharon struggles with her career. Adding to Sharon's emotional burden, her career as a therapist is beginning to falter. Sharon has always been deeply passionate about helping others, but recently, she's found it increasingly difficult to focus on her clients when her own grief and sadness are so overwhelming. This week, Sharon will begin to question whether she's still capable of being the therapist she once was. As a result, she may have to make the difficult decision to take a step back from her practice temporarily, further adding to her sense of failure. Her self-doubt will be compounded by the fact that she feels like she's failing not only herself, but also her family. Her children, Faith, Ray Lancaster, and Moses, Jacob Alexander, have been affected by the loss of their father, and Sharon feels the weight of that responsibility. She believes that as a mother, she should be stronger, more capable of leading her children through their grief, but her own emotional collapse threatens to undermine everything she's worked for. A heartbreaking moment with Nick. As Sharon spirals deeper into her grief, she will have a heart-wrenching confrontation with Nick. Her raw emotions will spill over as she admits that she doesn't know how to move forward without Ray. Sharon will confess that she feels lost and unsure of her place in the world, unable to find peace after the traumatic loss of her husband. Nick, though deeply sympathetic, will find himself at a loss for how to help Sharon in her darkest moments. Their exchange will be emotional, with Sharon expressing that she's afraid of never truly healing from the loss of Ray. The impact of this moment will leave both Sharon and Nick shaken, and viewers will see a vulnerable side to Sharon that is rarely shown. Her strength, which has always been her defining characteristic, will seem to crumble in front of Nick. A desperate need for support. In the wake of this devastating emotional breakdown, Sharon will realize that she needs help, but she's unsure of where to turn. She's been used to being the caretaker, the one who helps others, and now she's forced to confront the reality that she cannot heal on her own. She will find herself at a crossroads, unsure of how to move forward without her late husband or the emotional support she desperately needs. As Sharon continues to struggle, she may seek solace in unexpected places. Her interactions with her friends and family will be marked by raw emotion as she tries to navigate a world without Ray by her side. But as the week continues, Sharon's pain will not dissipate, and viewers will be left wondering just how long she can keep herself from crumbling completely. The fallout? What comes next? As the week progresses, both Sally and Sharon will face emotional crossroads that will shape the future of their storylines. Sally's heart-wrenching decision between Nick and Adam will have repercussions that will affect her career and her emotional stability. She will realize that she cannot keep pretending to have it all together, and the consequences of her choices will hit her harder than she ever imagined. For Sharon, the emotional fallout from her grief will be just as profound. Her inability to heal and her growing isolation will threaten to destroy her sense of self, leaving her in a fragile state. Her relationship with Nick will be tested, and her career as a therapist will be called into question. Sharon will have to decide whether she's capable of finding her way back from the abyss of grief or if she will continue to crumble under its weight. The week of August 26 to 30 promises to deliver some of the most emotional and dramatic episodes of The Young and The Restless yet. With Sally and Sharon both facing monumental challenges, their futures hang in the balance. Will they be able to rebuild their lives, or will their struggles define the next chapter in their stories? One thing is certain, Genoa City will never be the same. This creativity piece delves into the emotional turmoil of Sally and Sharon, highlighting their vulnerabilities and the challenges they face. Their journeys will undoubtedly resonate with fans who have followed their characters for years, and the intense drama promises to keep audiences engaged.